2017 has seen the CBA make major changes, but will this lead to a significant step forward or backwards remains to be seen. Reforms saw alterations to the schedule, with more games, on more nights, and stricter rules on import players. A new president signals a new chapter for a fresh generation of stars, but CBA veterans are eager to discuss the changes. Joined here by Stephon Marbury. Thank you very much. First, I want to ask you about the CBA reforms and how they've changed the schedule. You played in the NBA where they do have a lot more games compacted. Do you think it's better that way, or do you think it was better before when it was spaced out? You played in certain days and you could practice certain days, a more regimented system?
I mean, whenever you can practice and you can have rest, I mean, I think the games are more efficient. I think, you can strategize and you can see better play. Obviously, if you're able to practice more, you'll be able to become more efficient.
So you think it's less efficient now?
I mean, I see more mistakes. There are a lot of mistakes that are being made in the games. I think if you want to continue to improve, you have to be able to practice.
Now, if it was up to you, would you hopefully lengthen the season, maybe by a week or two, so that way you could space out the games, not add any games, but space out the games, and that way you could practice more often?
I wouldn't mind it being more spread out and the season being a little bit longer with the same amount of games, or, the structure a little bit different. I mean, you always want more rest, as an athlete, as a player. For me, I played in a variety of different systems here, in the 9 years that I've been here, where you could play with 2 foreigners in the fourth quarter, and then they changed it to where you only could play with 1 foreigner. So I just think they're probably trying to find a niche that probably works best for the system here. I think, the system is really designed to basically continue to build the players up and using the CBA as a platform to get the guys ready to play for the national team. That's what I believe. So I think, trying to figure out a way that systematically works for them to continue to get progress. I think playing with 1 foreigner in the fourth quarter is good. I think that it gives the Chinese players an opportunity to be able to make decisions at the end of the game, which will continue to help them.
An even bigger stage will be available for Chinese players to showcase their talents. The 2019 FIBA World Cup will be played on home soil. With Yao Ming's generation long since retired, the likes of Ding Yanyu-Hong carry the hopes of the hosts at basketball's World Showpiece. One of the big things here looking into the future will be the 2019 FIBA World Cup. Do you think China is going in the right direction to try and become more competitive on the global stage?
I think that's more on the inside of what's going on the national team. I'm not really privy to that information, so I really don't know. But I do think that, you got guys like Ding from Shandong. I think he's making great strides in progression. I think with Joe Chi having his experience in the NBA right now, and I think when he comes back, he'll be better off. I think, of course, with E, he's always going to be one of the top guys here. And I think with some of the guards, their experiences now and playing right now, having the experiences that they're having, I think that's going to help them. You got Shai Chua from Beijing. I think he's gotten a lot better. Feng Shuo from Beijing, from Shogun, I think, he's going to be really good for them because of his ability now to get to the basket and shoot jump shots and play in between. So I think they're making strides and they're making progression. I think that, some of the way how they train may have to change a little bit. The way how they're building their bodies up, I think that may have to change a little bit.
Both Ding Yanyu-Hong and Joe Chi have NBA dreams. Ding demonstrated his skills for the Dallas Mavericks during Summer League play, while Joe signed a deal with the Houston Rockets. He then became the first Chinese player to suit up for the Rockets since Yao Ming's retirement. And you mentioned Joe Chi. What do you think he needs to do to improve so he can get more minutes in the NBA?
He has to get stronger. I mean, he has to get strong. He knows how to play. He has to work on go-to moves. You know, he has to be able to score on a low block. But mainly, he has to put on about 20 pounds. I mean, that's one of his main things. I think if he can put some weight on and get stronger, I think, you know, he could definitely play in the NBA. He has the ability to play in the NBA. He has a really great niche, you know, for blocking shots. He knows how to cover a lot of ground. He's fast. He can shoot, you know, the jump shot from, you know, foul line in, which is rare, really good. You know, he can even hit a three-pointer. So I think the main thing for him is his strength.
I think Joe Chi's game now is actually perfectly suited for the way the NBA plays now, with a lot of switching out on the perimeter.
He is, but still, you know, you got to be strong in the NBA. You look at the guys in the NBA, their physical ability is completely different from his structure and from the structure of the guys here in the CBA. I mean, I think the guys here in the CBA, their lower part is really big, you know, which is good, but, you know, that upper part in the NBA, that physical bang and that grind is a little bit different.
Besides Joe Chi, do you think there's anyone else you think that could make it into the NBA? I know Ding played in the Summer League with Dallas. Is there anyone else besides him?
I think guys like Funk Shaw, if he had the opportunity, you know, to basically have a whole year with somebody like myself where he can train, he can lift, he can work on his game, I think he will have an opportunity because his game is fit, his style is fit for the NBA. Guys like Chartrois, you know, they can play because they're physically fit, you know, and they understand how to win. They won championships, so they understand, they have the mind frame to be able to play in the NBA.
Joining the Beikong Fly Dragons this season, Marbury says he'll continue working to promote and develop basketball in China. Having played in the CBA for many years, Marbury has seen numerous Chinese players up close and believes that there are potential future NBA players in the league. Before he embarks on his next journey in 2018, the 40-year-old delivers a New Year's message to all his fans in the country.
I'm Stephon Marbury from Beikong Fly Dragons. I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone all over China.